To continue with our stories, so there were some tense times after the revolution with the FSNA, the new communists coming in. Then we had some shooting, really, in a period after the fall of Ceausescu, 22nd, until he dies on the 28th of December. I mentioned I take this guy to the Intercontinental, but even if he said, no, I'm not coming to get killed, and then for all the years up to now, he changed his career. He went to work for newspapers. While when I talked to him in a train, in a metro, subway, he went, no, you're crazy. It must be crazy to go there. Well, it's money. Then he came. We worked together, in fact. I had Radio Sweden, a woman, Christina Nylander, and he had, I don't know the name, somebody from the Times, the London Times. And his path went further. I mean, he had more work coming from the Times and others, and while Sweden and Radio Sweden and Sweden in general were not really all that interested after the spring of 1990. So, but for a while we went to things, to the miners when they came down to Bucharest to do all kinds of things, and at one point we were looking from across the street at the headquarters of the Peasants, National Peasants Party, but they wanted to take Coposo out and kill Corneliu Coposu, being the greatest politician we had in 7 decades, in a century. Well, not really a century, because when we have to think Maniu, Brătianu, some others, but still, splendid. The one in 50 years, clearly, and such a spectacular figure. Now, since I mentioned miners, I had an episode with that. For their arrival, they came, I don't know, 5 times, 8, or how many was it? I don't know. Many times, that's the point. But the second, third time, June, we didn't know about it. So there was a pause in work with journalists and that. And I was with Adrian, he will have to have a mini series too, coming up. Let's have a trailer, some links, and best friends, and my cousin, and also hunting mates. I mean, we were going out to try and get killed. We were the prey, as I will prove in this episode. I hope if I finish. If the door opens, I'll just close. The enemy is at the gates then. So we were trying to get close to some girls, talk to them, and see if this develops into anything. And at that time it was 13th in the evening, or the 14th, something like that. There were 2 days of mayhem. But I think it must have been the afternoon of the first. We didn't know something was up. So we were in Moxa, in this dormitory for girls, for women studying at the ASE, most of them, and some of the arts university. ASE, the economic business. It was a macho, sexist, chauvinist pig society. They had jokes proving again that. One was with the ball, there's a ball on the building. When will the ball fall? It was for some time when the first virgin will come out, will finish the university here. So, and then they changed it to when the first girl, the first virgin will walk in. Idiotic, sexist, disgusting. As we were also. So we went in and we were hoping discussion, and then seduction, party like a Russian, end of discussion. Ricky Martin, or what is the song? Party like a Russian. And we went on talking and saying we're helping, and we're doing some journalism work, which I did in a way. Not at that time, I wasn't professionally there, I was just looking for entertainment, for a good time, for a good lady. which I nearly got fucked up. So asking, and how are things for you? How does it feel? Perhaps with some journalistic interest. How do you see the change? I mean, do you think it will be better? We don't have communism now, but how about the new bunch? To the point where the girls got suspicious and then convinced that I am an agent. I am the local KGB, the Securitate, something, and I'm there to extract information to make them confess to, I don't know, anti-government activities and so. And so, again, to the extent they were suspicious, then convinced and angry and revolted, to the extent where they were ready and planning my execution. Not really execution, but something like torture. They had a black belt woman there. For some reason, I'm tempted to say girl, but girls in retrospect. I mean, I'm not 25 anymore. And everything was so young and restless then. One soul would be ready to chop me up, and then a few stronger were collected. And the plan was to use a hot iron, the iron for clothes, get it heated, and plates. Some will hold me, and others, or just one, no more needed, put the iron next to my face and on my face eventually until I'll confess that I'm here as a goddamn spy, an agent, whatever, instrument of the regime, and then what? I mean, get more kicks, because if I don't say I am, which I wasn't, I was just a stupid fellow looking for sex, surely looking for, I mean, if or not, that will happen, and it wouldn't unless I get fucked up. So unless I confess, they will continue until I did. And if I were to confess, then I would get more blows. I don't know. It didn't happen, luckily. Maybe it's the intervention of this girl, Diana, Doina, Denise, whatever her name was. I have no idea. Student in the arts who liked Adrian. Maybe they came in together to see how I was doing, and I was doing very badly indeed, nearly terminally bad. So that we go out or do some plans, because eventually, after all this in days to come, we would go to Kosinaj, to the Black Sea coast together, and they would be a sort of a couple for a while. I mean, they would be together. Incredible drinking, this girl. She would drink anybody maybe under the table.